It's Ryan again. Working with me in the last set of tutorials, you've gotten your boards ready and your issues created. Now it's time to decide what's important to work on and how much effort it's going to take to get those different issues resolved. To do this in JIRA software means that we need to assign priority and estimate issues. You ready? Let's do it. Remember, the product backlog is the master list of issues maintained by the product owner. The product owner has the responsibility to prioritize these issues. Priority is the ranking of work items by order of importance, and estimation is the rough determination of how long a work item might take to complete. These are two of the key concepts in Agile methodology. The resources, along with this tutorial, should give you a good understanding of priority and estimation. I'll take you through the basics. Let's learn more about both. Issues in the backlog are prioritized according to what needs to be done first, next, and so on. The product owner generally prioritizes issues for the team. This can be done quickly in the backlog by dragging and dropping issues to various places within the queue. Dragging and dropping issues allows you to arrange them so that the most important task is on top. This way, the backlog becomes a prioritized list of issues that teams can select from when creating sprints. Some teams, in an effort to further classify priority, use the priority drop-down to prioritize. Just a note, your priority list may look different from what you see here because it can be customized. Let's move on now to estimation. Estimating issues is a team effort done by developers and Scrum Masters. Developers are crucial to the estimation process because they're the ones that have the best idea of how much effort a task might take to complete. There's several different estimation methods to choose from, and your team decides which is best. Some development teams give estimates in a time format to suggest how long a work item might take to complete. Say, for example, 4 hours or 2 days. This is called a time or hour estimation, and it's often where Agile teams start. Many Agile teams, however, have transitioned to another method of estimation called story points. Story points rate the relative effort of work in a Fibonacci-like sequence: 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on. Using this method, a 1 typically represents the least amount of effort, and higher numbers suggest an increasing amount of effort. Using this scale gives a rough estimate of how much effort a particular issue requires compared to the other issues in the backlog. Using this method, teams come to an agreement of how many story points and therefore how many issues they can complete in one sprint. They then plan their development cycles using this knowledge. Adding estimates to JIRA requires a JIRA or board administrator to first configure the board for the desired estimation method, and possibly to configure fields as well. Once the board's configured, JIRA users can estimate the effort for the issues. To configure your board's estimation method, click the More button, then click Board Settings. Select Estimation. You'll find 5 estimation choices in the menu: Story Points, Original Time Estimate, Amount, Business Value, and Issue Count. Since many software development teams use story points for Scrum development, we use it here as our method of estimation in this example. Note that story points are only valid for Scrum projects, not for Kanban projects. Now that we're estimating based on story points, we can input point estimates for our stories by clicking the Issue Detail view and inputting the value. After entering the value, click the check mark, and JIRA adds the estimate to the issue. So why consider estimation? Estimating issues accurately is important because a team needs to be able to select a doable number of issues to complete in a sprint. Estimation helps prevent teams from overcommitting and not being able to complete the work. Accurate estimations help product owners to maintain delivery expectations with their stakeholders. Let me give you an example. The team agrees on how much work they can accomplish in a sprint. For this team of 8 members, they know that the total number of story points they can collectively complete is about 64. So, they select issues from the product backlog that add up to a total effort of about 64 story points. If a team overestimates the effort they can complete in the sprint, they won't be able to reach their goal and finish the sprint on time. If they underestimate, they have to go back to the backlog and find things they can accomplish with the extra time. Neither option is a good outcome for the team, as it makes the predictability of delivery more difficult. But as teams mature, estimation becomes more accurate. The ultimate goal is to know exactly how much work can be done in a sprint. This makes planning and releasing sprints easier for everyone.
Take some time to apply what you've learned in your own project.